Hi everyone! It's time to learn about subtracting integers. In this video we're going to look at two ways. The first way is subtracting with a number line, and the second is subtracting using an integers rule. For the first method, and kind of for both, it helps me to think about subtraction really meaning that it's just the difference between two numbers. For example, I could read this question as positive 15 minus negative 20. But it helps me, especially when I'm thinking about a number line, to think about what is the difference in space between negative 20 and positive 15, or how far would I have to travel to get from negative 20 to positive 15. So let's try this on a number line. So here we have on our number line negative 20. And I'm showing that with a blue dot right there. So if I want to know the difference from negative 20 to get to positive 15, I'm actually going to draw a line that goes all the way to positive 15. So that blue arrow represents the difference between negative 20 and positive 15. And I can actually look at the scale and see that there's 5 numbers between each of these. So that gives me 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Since we're going into the positive, the difference is actually going to be positive 35. Does our answer make sense? I always like to look back and see if it makes sense, and you can always check this by doing the opposite operation. So this would have been subtraction, but I should be able to add these two numbers, and that should give me positive 15. So if I have negative 20 and I'm adding that to positive 35, that would give me positive 15. So that's correct. Let's try another one. What is the difference, or if I read it in a traditional way, negative 30 minus positive 15? Or what is the difference from 15 to negative 30? So let's try this on a number line. So I'm first going to mark where my positive 15 is, which is about there. And since I'm trying to get to negative 30, I'm going to have to go towards the left, so into the negative. So I'm going to draw this line here to show going all the way to the negative 30. And as I did last time, I'm just going to count here. So I notice the scale between these lines is 10 this time. So 10, 20, 30, 35. I think I just counted wrong. Let's try that again. 10, 20, 30, 45. Oh, Miss Murphy. So that gives us 45, and since we're going to the negative, it's negative 45. I hope you caught that as I was counting wrong. All right. Let's see if our answer makes sense. So if I was to add, if I was to do the opposite operation, positive 15 and negative 45, that would give me negative 30. Great. Okay, let's look at the rule for subtracting integers, because some people really prefer rules, and either way is fine. So the rule with subtracting integers is that we add the opposite. And I have that written on the bottom of these future examples, but you might want to just say this to yourself 3 times fast to get it stuck in your head. Good, I hope you did it. Okay, so to subtract integers, we're going to add the opposite. So I'm actually going to rewrite these so that we can take a look at this a little more carefully as it's rewritten. So that means I'm going to take this negative 6 and I'm going to add, so forget about that, I'm going to change that to a plus sign, the opposite. So I'd be adding negative 4. My answer then is going to be negative 10. So let's take a look at that one on a number line and see if that makes sense, just because sometimes it's nice to see it visually. So I'm going to use our original one that we had at the top. So we're saying, what is the difference? So let's do 0, 1, 2, 4 is going to have to end up there. That's a little squished. Negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so for this one then it's saying, how far would I have to travel to get from positive 4 down to negative 6, and I can see there that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to the 0, and then 6 more, which is going to give us an answer of negative 10. Here's one more example we're going to try. So what is the difference, or if we were to just ask the subtraction question, -8 minus -3. So since we're using the rule, we're going to subtract the integers by adding the opposite. So I'm going to rewrite that as -8 plus +3. And our answer from that, if we were adding, we remember adding is -5. Great job. That's the end of our video about subtracting integers. Make sure that you rewind and rewatch any parts that you weren't sure about, and come and ask Miss Murphy if you need any more help. Thanks for watching. Happy subtracting.